Hello and welcome to your Astrological Vibrations for Wednesday, October 4th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is healing comes through balance. And that is something I have seen over and over and over again. That the healthiest people are not people who are on either extreme. And by either extreme I mean like health Nazi, like no, only do this. And it's obviously not the people who are like, I eat Cheetos for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in between. It's not either that find their ideal healing, their ideal, their ideal state. Our ideal state for each one of us is in balance. And today, with the energy at 11 degrees through the largest part of the day, we are working on bringing in our healing through our personal balance. Now, this isn't everything. Balance isn't everything. It is in how we eat. The balance is in how we are showing up in the world. The balance is in knowing our yin and yang energies and where we need to integrate and honor each of these energies. And this is huge as we're building into this full moon energy. This full moon energy is ultimately all about balance. So we have the full moon tomorrow, October 5th. It's going to be at like 11:40 a.m. Pacific time. So early afternoon, late afternoon, evening, depending on where you're living. But this full moon that we're building into, it has the moon in Aries. So the moon, our emotions are lighting up our I am vibration. And then it has the sun in Libra. Sun in Libra is amping up the energy of balance and the energy of relationship. We are in relationship with everything. We are in relationship with everything on the planet. And I want to get into today's astro a little bit, but I also really want to get into this full moon as we build into it. Let's start with today, and then I'm going to get more into that full moon energy. Today, we have the moon finishing up in Pisces. Now, this is important. As the moon grows into its fullness, we do feel emotions coming up. And obviously, there is so much going on the planet. Let's be fair and say, it feels like there's been a lot of energies leaving. And as a lot of energies leave, it's like those energies are being processed. Our feelings about those energies are being processed. With this moon in Pisces, please feel free to cry. It's not bad to feel. It's not bad to cry. It's not bad to emote. That is part of the balance. So please allow yourself, as these feelings to come up, to process them. Feeling is healing. The moon is conjunct Chiron early in the day. Moon conjunct Chiron means you gotta feel it to heal it at this time. And these are like just closing, releasing, tying off these old energies. Feel it to heal it. Moon will also be squaring Saturn. This is at 22 degrees. That's a master level degree. How are you showing up for yourself in a good and balanced way? I'm going to get into this a little bit more when I talk about the full moon energy, but I'm just saying, show up for yourself. It's very important that you show up for whatever is coming up for you at this time. This is part of the full moon building in Aries. Aries energy is our I am energy. What do you need? You are an individual. And so your needs, your emotions, your balance needs to be taken care of as you are connected and interrelated with everything else. You can't take care of everything else if you're not taking care of yourself. Everything else will go to Hennessy or handbasket as well if you're not taking care of yourself. So after those two connections, we will have the moon shift into Aries. Moon into Aries, like I said, building into this moon. This moon into Aries may bring up a lot of emotions. It may bring up some inner fiery emotions. There may be anger that comes into play. Please allow yourself to process. Please also notice if you are taking out these emotions, feelings on somebody else. It's not somebody else's burden, responsibility to take on your emotions. You are responsible for your emotions. So, work through them, possibly with somebody, but just notice the difference of taking things out on somebody or working them out with somebody. There is a big difference. We are responsible for the energy that we put out in any given moment, in every given situation. All right, so we also have the sun in conjunct Neptune, and this is bringing up a yod. We have a yod. It's not a very long yod, but it's a yod nonetheless. This yod has the featured point at the sun. So the sun is like, here is the balance point. Here is what you need to focus on. Focus on self-love. Focus on the beauty around you. Focus on your personal balance. Focusing on expanding your yin energy, expanding your yang energy in order to get into your balanced yin energy. Now, the energies that are feeding into this balance point, into this sun point at 12 degrees, are Neptune in Pisces and Pallas in Taurus. Now, Pallas in Taurus is very interesting. Pallas is an energy of patriarchal energy. It is Pallas Athena, so it's the wisdom warrior, but it's like the feminine aspect of the warrior that is coming through more and more and more as we're giving attention to this, and how the feminine, how the yin shows up as a warrior in this world. Now, I was talking to a client earlier and I was like, this patriarchal thing over these next several years, it's going to be a thing. It's going to get very interesting as Saturn moves into Capricorn and Saturn and Pluto come together. I think that's going to be a major transformation point coming up, but we still have to look at where it is in ourselves and how it is affecting our balance. That's where Pallas is playing into this energy. How is your worth stuff? How is your worth based on what we have learned in and of the patriarchy, in and of this world, on this earth? How is it still affecting your balance so that you're not showing up in one way or another and that you are out of balance? Where we are out of balance is the place that needs healing. Anything that needs healing is always just a sign that something is out of balance, that you are not fully in your personal soul balanced energy. So, where are you out of balance when it comes to your worth? Where are you not showing up? It may be yin or it may be yang energy, but noticing that. Neptune, the Neptune piece in this. Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. This may be old. There's been so much old stuff coming up. It may be that. It may also just be a place where you're ignoring your personal flow, where you're not honoring your own guidance. It may just be that. But there is a divine possibility of transformation in and of this. Look at these cards that I have going on together. I have the guidance. Listen to your guidance. Heed that. Honor that. Tune into your flow. And look at this energy here. Like, this energy is totally flowing here. Listen to that in order to help you with this transformation. And the creativity card, this is the Empress. It's mother energy. So you are being supported. The yin, the earth, you're being supported in and of this. But bring your attention into this. A yod is always like a finger of fate. This is a nice turning point for you that can support you. All right, so I can't even read what my writing was there. What I wanted to talk about this full moon, I wanted to bring up the Sabian symbols because they're blowing my mind, especially in light of this, in light of the balance, and in light of me saying, tune in and honor what's coming up for you. So the full moon is at 12 degrees Aries. 12 degrees Aries, the Sabian symbol is a triangularly shaped flight of wild geese. And whenever I think of geese, I think of the Mary Oliver poem, you don't have to be good. You don't have to crawl for 40 miles in the desert. All you have to do is honor the wild animal of your soul. Mimi paraphrasing, of course. But what it talks about in this Sabian symbol exactly is the energy of the Hamsa. And I don't mean Hamsa the hand, I mean Hamsa, the Hindu definition of Hamsa, which is the geese or the swan representing the transcendent nature of the soul. And that's the thing, the transcendent nature of the soul when it comes to our personal I am vibration. But how do we get into this transcendent nature of the soul? Well, I love where the sun is. The sun for this full moon energy, and full moon is a divine balance, a divine, counterpoint by the sun and the moon. Where the sun is at Libra 12, and its miners are surfacing from a deep coal mine. I was talking to a client about this earlier, and what I was saying was, this to me, when I see this, in Mimi imagination, I see coal miners coming out of this deep, dark cavern, bringing forth these clumps of coal. And when they're in the coal mine, all they have for lighting, in Mimi imagination, of course, is those little hats with the little lights on it. And those lights do not pick up everything when they bring the coal into the light. But when they bring the coal into the light, suddenly there are diamonds in there. And it is the same thing with processing emotions. It is the same thing with going into those depths, is that suddenly you bring these things that have been pushed aside into the light of day. And the sparkle starts to hit it there. My ring sparkles. The sparkle starts to hit these dark energies. And you're suddenly like, oh, there's gold. There's diamonds, even more so. There's diamonds in this coal. What is a coal? But like, or what is a diamond, but a piece of coal that has handled pressure enormously well, right? There's a quote out that says that. So this is what this balance is. The transcendent nature of the soul. Well, we transcend and get into the soul by being willing to go into those dark spaces, to find the balance, and then to even see the light as we bring the darkness out into the light, as we bring it to the surface. It is so important for you to process your emotions. It is so important in and through this lunar energy to show up for yourself emotionally. Now, I did a twinspiration for twins with Maya this week, and what I said for the full moon in Aries is do something nice for yourself. Yes, please do something nice for yourself to bring you into this balance, but at the same time, something nice for yourself is the willingness to show up balanced and willing to process your emotions. We all are responsible for the energies we are showing up with in any given day. If you get nothing else, please get that. We are all responsible for every energy that we are giving off in any given day. We're responsible for our energy. We're responsible for our emotions. We're responsible for our communications. We're responsible for what we talk to about every other person or to any other person. I'm responsible in what I'm purveying to you in this horoscope. So much responsibility, but pay attention to it. And most of all, pay attention to yourself. How are you showing up for yourself in and of this? And are there things that need to come up and out and be processed? Because if you do, you may find that these things that you're processing, there's diamonds in there. There are some beautiful jewels in there for yourself. And that's even echoed in this card. I have the isolation card, but this card says, there's places where you feel stuck. It might be these stuck emotions. And yet, as you start crying, these tears are golden and they start to liberate you from this place where you have been stuck. You're stuck in this place because you're stuck in this energy pattern. And you're like, the grass is greener over there. But meanwhile, you have all you need for transcendence right here. This is powerful energy. Find your balance. Show up for you. Show up for yourself emotionally. All right, to finish, I pulled 2 Soulful Woman cards. I pulled first, boundaries, once again. And this is important, with Libra energy can be like, boundaries, what are those? I just want to make everybody happy. That's a beautiful concept. Start by making yourself happy and then go from there. So boundaries, my clear boundaries allow me to protect myself, nurture my intentions, and follow my true self. That is so important, to follow the true self. And right there, hand in hand with boundaries, is the power of my voice. I speak my truth and express my feelings to others with care and compassion, expressing yourself, finding this balance. I can't tell you what your balance is because I don't know what your balance is. I can only work my balance. So this is up to you to really keep working your balance. Keep paying attention. Set your intention to notice the balance of your personal yin and yang energy. Set your intention to know the balance of what you need for your ultimate optimal health. And know you can attain this balance in every single area of your life. All it needs is a little attention and intention, and then the action that follows the intention, attention, action, and maybe a little intuition to help guide you, steer you along the path. So that is it for today. Check out my changes reading if you would like to dive in. Jupiter is moving into Scorpio. This is going to be some heavy duty work, but I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be good for all of us who are willing to show up. You can always book other kind of reading, all of them, GaiaBlooming.com. Go check that out, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.